Alright guys, here we go. We're about to do car sounds. Uh, so, we got all these, vehicles that we're gonna use, so let's do it. So we got this one. This is the first one. Alright, I hope you guys actually hear me. I hope so. But anyway, let's do this. Alright, let's do it for like normal driving first. Let's say we're going to cruise at 45, so we're going to be doing 45 miles an hour. 45, yep. Oh no, we're going too fast. Alright, here we go. Up to 6th gear. Let's say we're going highway speeds. And we gotta go to highway speeds, there we go. 60 some get just 2,500 RPM. I think that's really good. That's really good. Now, it's time for us to actually do it. Here we go. Alright, we complete the first one. Second one. Alright, we got this. Got this motorcycle. 1000 cc, I think that's what it was. Whatever that is a little loud to me, to be honest with you. So on your end it might be really loud, so you might have to turn that down, to be honest with you. But next one, 4.7 liter V8 engine. See this, and this is one of my favorite ones, so you already know I might do a little extra long on this one, maybe, I don't know. Now we got 1.3 liter rotary. Let's do this. I love cars, y'all. Let's do this. All right. Alright, let's do this. Alright. 100cc chainsaw. Alright, let's do it. So we got the chainsaw. Alright, next one. We got 1800cc engine. Let's. This thing's definitely good for speed. This thing will top out. By the way, this is one of my favorite ones. Sorry if I took a bit extra. It just sounds really good in my opinion, bro. I'm kind of not really sorry, but whatever. Anyway, let's move on. This Alright, let's move on to the next one. You know, by the way, guys, obviously, in shorts and in one of those videos which I made into a full video by accident, we did do this, but we're gonna do it again. Also, it's gonna be all in total, so that way, you know, might not be like everything, but you know, everything I get access to if I watch an ad. I'm not gonna watch no ads to listen to extra vehicles, because then you guys are gonna be watching ads too. All right, I don't want to go ahead and, you know, force you guys to watch ads. All right, I don't want to watch an ad. You don't want to watch an ad, so we're just gonna go ahead and just do whatever we can without an ad. So let's do this. All right. You see how when it gets to red line it sounds like this is what it sounds like. Let's go and do this real quick. You hear that red sound? You hear that sound when it gets to like red line? Like listen to it. That's my favorite part about this car. Now let's move on. Let's go on. This is like a Ferrari 458 GTA. In terms of car. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Well, we obviously did all these cars, right? Well, we got more we can do, which is this. So let's do this. Here we go. Now, yes, I did pay for this with my actual money. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's do this. RPM per 100. These are one of the old gauges, bro. That's from the past. Let's do this. My favorite part about this car is, you know, being at Redline. Alright, let's do this. I don't think I even hear a red limiter to stop this battle. It just goes up and on and kind of if I had this car, I'd probably would have probably all the time. So we have this car. Alright, let's do Charger. Here we go. Here we go. You guys have this car, bro. If anyone has this car, bro, I'm happy for you, bro, because this engine does sound pretty good. To the next one, Mustang. Alright, here we go. Now this vehicle obviously you know, can like the top speed is not redline. The top speed is, well, how much horsepower it puts into getting up that speed. So be prepared for this one. This one might actually take the longest. got a little bit pattern to this and pattern sound of this one too. There's no way it's faster than 147 miles per hour. This is like the highest speeds in the world, bro. Yeah, it can't go any faster than that. Moving on, Viper. Alright, the gauge shell can go up to 7,000. This is one of the vehicles that can go up to such a high gear, bro. It can go really, really fast. It can go up to like... I'm not gonna spoil it, I'm just gonna... You know what's crazy? The first year you can go all the way up to around 64 miles per hour. That's crazy. Moving 67 miles per hour. Let's see if it go any faster. Alright, moving on. Looks like you can go up to 108 miles per hour. That's pretty impressive. And that's the Viper. Alright. Let's see what else we can do. Super Pack. Let's do this. Like around 5,000 is probably almost very easy. Because it's pretty common sleep. All the parts of this guy's pretty awesome. move on to the next one. Get this. This vehicle I might actually listen to. Lower than the others because of the way it sounds. I mean, obviously you should treat every vehicle the same way, of course, but man. Fast it says. This looking like go over 200 miles per hour. Like 203, 204 miles per hour. That's not bad. Alright, there we go. Fastest seagulls ever, but alright. Yeah, it's basically all the cars that we can do. Alright, well, until next time, see you guys, well, in another video. So, goodbye. So, have a wonderful day.